So, a very good morning to all of you. Today, we are going to discuss a personal question, an opinion question. The opinion is asked about whether the advantages of taking risks in personal and professional life outweigh its disadvantages. So, this is what the question is. We have the statement part as it is imperative for people to take risks in their professional lives and in their personal lives. And what do you think? What is your opinion? Whether the advantages of taking risks outweigh the disadvantages? This is what the question is. So it's not just discussing the advantages and disadvantages. They're asking whether the positive aspects of taking risks outweigh the negative aspects or not. You can say, yes, the positive outcome outweigh the negatives, or you can say the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. The second option is you can say the negative outweigh the positive, or the disadvantages outweigh the advantage. And you have a third option. I can't say whether this is positive or negative. And you have a fourth option here. It brings both positive and negative effects. So we can write this particular essay in four particular manner. But mostly students, they go for the first two options, that is advantages outweigh the disadvantages or disadvantages outweigh the advantages. So most of the students, they be lacking points in one side and they be getting more points in another side. So in such a case, an average student will go for either advantages outweigh the disadvantage or disadvantages outweigh the advantages. It is very difficult to prove the other way around. So you cannot present it exactly in equal positions because you have to get strong points on both sides, whatever the case may be. So mostly 80% of these candidates, they go for the first two options. Either they go with the disadvantages outweigh the advantage, or the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. So here we have gone with the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. You can write in either way. If you have the points, you can write in either way. So if whether you are saying advantages outweigh the disadvantages or disadvantages outweigh the advantages, you have to give importance to one side, and on that particular side you have to write more, and that particular thing that you have to present in the first part. And that's what we have done here. We have said advantages outweigh the disadvantage, and we have presented those two matters in the first two paragraphs, and we marked it in blue. So these many words and these many sentences and these many paragraphs are written to state that it has more advantages. You can alter the level. It's up to you. So you can make it one paragraph, one big paragraph and then one small paragraph. You can reduce the effect of advantage. You can strengthen your advantage. So if you say more advantages, it's up to you whether you're giving more points, more strong points. It's up to you. The presentation is up to you. Here, the reason why I presented two paragraphs is we have addressed personal lives, we have addressed professional lives in separate paragraphs with examples. So you could do one thing, you could combine these two in one big paragraph and write a small paragraph for the other side. So it is up to the writer who decides the number of paragraphs. So ideally, when you write an opinion question, we write 3 paragraphs. Because 2 paragraphs we need to say, we need to state our own point and we need to explain that. Another paragraph, we need to say that we have seen the other side too. This is what this thing is. So this is written in an ideal way. You can write, you can alter. It's up to the writer who decides the number of paragraphs and the weightage he is giving to this particular thing. Now, let us move ahead and see the introduction of this particular question. It's a question of gravity, whether or not to take risks in a person's professional or personal life. Even though many would hesitate to do that, I feel it fetches more advantages. So we have said it has more advantages, and we said a point that it fetches more. So many would hesitate to do. Many would hesitate to embrace it. Many would not take up these challenges. There are very few people who take risks. And that's the case. I feel it fetches more advantages. The 2 major advantages of taking risk in personal lives is that it makes people self-reliant and confident. These are the 2 points here: self-reliant and confident. Marketer. And that is explained in the next paragraph, next sentence. Each risk a person takes is a challenge in his life. And once he accomplishes his ultimate goal, he feels optimistic to take up more challenges in his life. So, students who gain overseas degrees is an example given, living behind their comfort zones at their home country, definitely feel that they are far superior to their childhood friends who have not made it. And they feel more confident. They feel more confident. If I want to give, I have stopped it. If I want to give more strength to this paragraph, I can say they can definitely dream for a promising career. I can add there. I can add towards the last, I can say they can definitely, because unlike their counterparts who had not accomplished this goal, who had not taken this risk, they can definitely dream for a prosperous career in their life, only once they have taken the risks. I can do that. I have not done that. You can modify it anytime. Similarly, when risks are taken in professional lives, many could embrace remarkable success which they would not have even dreamt of. Now, that when a person is ready to take a challenging situation in his professional life, only when he is able to do so, he could prosper. Now, you can see when hardworking employees who are accomplishing tough targets, they are getting promotions, they are getting incentives, they are getting holiday packages. You can see as an example. And those who are not taking such, they are just working as a normal employee. And sometimes you may be facing risks at the profession. There are also successful instances when people taking risks of changing their professions completely. In some cases, I've seen doctors changing their professions, changing their profession to hotel management and business. I've seen a nurse who has changed his profession completely. and he is running a recruitment agency in a country. So he is a total supplier of employees in that country. He's a nurse. He's from Kerala. So we can say people completely changing the profession, taking risks. This is the situation. So we have completed both the advantages paragraph, one in personal life and one in professional life. Once we have done that, we have to say that we have seen the other part too. Admit that people who take these risks have to battle with different levels of stress and anxiety. Even in their preliminary steps, they have to face a lot of challenges, anxiety, stress, all these things. However, once they overcome these struggles, they will be well equipped to take up more serious challenges. Now, you definitely have to face a lot of problems, stress, agony, emotions. All these things are there. But once you accomplish this particular goal, you'll be well equipped to take up more serious challenges. Now the conclusion. Taking risks in both professional lives and personal lives can alter the comfort in a person's life. Landmarks can be achieved only when people take this. This is the thing. It has become inevitable to take risks in today's situation, where situations are more challenging. Thank you. I hope you must have understood this thing. Have a nice day. Thank you.